go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher Laprath. My name's Kenan, the producer. Tonight, we're mixing it up a little bit. I'm going to give away the group card here in a moment, but before I do, for anyone who's out there joining us, whichever platform, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. If you don't say something, we have no way of knowing you're here, so say something. We'll get you in line for a reading here. The first time there's no charge, but going forward after that, it's $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which I highly recommend because it's 3 shows per week, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So pretty sweet deal with that $100. Now, tonight, the group card is this Sword of Light. And the message is that when this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference here on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you'll be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into a life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that cords that bind you to your loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. So expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. And if you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is here with you now. So thanks for listening to me. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, happy Sunday night, everyone. Incense being lit on your behalf. And this is to help you move into a life that is in greater alignment for your highest good. Pretty good incense, right? Moving into amazing life where you're in more alignment for your highest good. So, great show tonight. I'm going to go ahead and show the group card that Kenan just talked about. And I really recommend, if you have your phones, to take a shot of this, because it is called the Sword of Light. And as Kenan said, it's severing the cords of fear. So when you get angry, when you get upset, what is underneath that is usually fear. So take a look at it. Be free of getting angrier and angrier. Take a look at what's causing the fear. And are you willing to just simply let it go? This card is about cutting through the fear, or cutting through the anger, cutting through the frustration, and just getting to the point, just severing anything that is causing fear. But it's also severing any fear about your gifts or your power. So you've heard that saying, with great gifts comes great responsibility. Well, people can fear the responsibility, and so the gifts never emerge. Okay? So forget about it. Sever the fear. That's the Sword of Michael. That's the Sword of Light. And this is an indication of doors breaking open and doors of opportunity coming your way. So, great card. Okay, let's do the show. We got Marilyn, Dawn, Tiffany, Lindsay, Ashley, Siskowski, Jeff, Laura, Abby, Marilyn, Ashley, Teresa, and Heather. Okay, be sure if you're watching, say something in the chat. Kenan got those names because you said hello. Okay, so we do our best to do the reading in an order that you came into the show. And even though, as I said, I'm pulling a card for you, let's say I'm pulling a card for Marilyn Pitts, but it doesn't mean, Abby, that it doesn't apply to you or Jeff or Teresa. So, because it's a great group. So what I'm going to do is shuffle through the deck. If some of you that are new, I shuffle through the deck. Highest priority card pulls out. And Marilyn. So the opposite of fear is courage. So I don't know that there would be a story of the Wizard of Oz with just Dorothy going along the Yellow Brick Road without the Tin Man, Lion, and Scarecrow. It's okay to reach out. So when this fear comes up, or when there's anger or frustration, reach out. Call somebody, text somebody. Reach out to have somebody help you take a different view of the situation. This is breaking through the cracks. And these are long-standing belief systems, Marilyn. You look at the concrete, you look at these rocks, but there is always life. Like, even though they're hardcore, long-time belief systems that may have served you in the past, they're able to be broken through. So you'll get through this, you'll get past this. Just notice where your energy is going. Is it going toward the blockages, or is it going toward the path that's opening the way for you? The path is opening the way for you. So be free of giving energy to the obstacle. Be free of giving energy to the most annoying person or whatever is bothering you. Because if you give it attention, then energy goes where attention flows, and it feeds the situation. It makes it worse. So, or it perpetuates it. This is like a flower is completely opposite from a rock. It's completely different. You're moving into a completely different realm. Okay. What do we have? Okay, my dear Don, thanks for being here.
Jared and John are on too.
Okay, Jared and John, awesome.
Cat.
And Kat, Jared, and John, thank you. Well, welcome everybody. So Don, I did mean to call you this week. I will do my best to call you this coming week. Okay? All right. Excuse me. I love this card. I definitely take a picture of this card, Don. It's called Possibilities. Anywhere I'm always and forever free of becoming overwhelmed by possibilities. I'm always and forever free of becoming overwhelmed by possibilities. It's like saying, I can't go to the candy store because I just become overwhelmed with all the choices. I'm always and forever free of the fear of making the wrong choice. These are mantras, Don. I'm always and forever free of making the wrong choice. Always and forever free of making the choice for others rather than myself. Okay, all right. I think I hit the nail on the head for everybody here. This is a big one. I'm always and forever free of making the choice for others rather than for my highest and best. Make the choice for what suits you, what feels good to you, not what other people want you to do, not what other people think you should do. Go with the flow. It's when you go to Disneyland, okay, when you go to Disneyland, Don, don't go to Space Mountain. Don't go to the Haunted Mansion. Don't go to It's a Small World. If you're going to pay for Disneyland, you're going to go and do your best to go on all the rides. You're not going to listen to me. You bought a ticket. You're here on the planet. You came to do all the rides. Okay? So be free of... This is opening up your possibilities. After this reading tonight, it'll help you open up to possibilities, free of the fear of being overwhelmed by the possibilities. Okay. I hope that helped. All right. All right, my dear Tiffany. Anywhere, Tiffany, where you all right. So not even 100 years ago, my mom used to tell me that they used to put leeches on her when she would get a fever. The doctor would come, and they didn't have suckers back then, but they had leeches. So, and that was actually that they really believed that was helpful. So anywhere where you've stood up for yourself and you go, no, I'm not doing the leech thing, or people have tried to leech off of you and you've said no, and then they try to make you feel guilty. They use guilt as this energy tool, as a hook. So I will say this. I said this to someone last night. No, the word no is a complete sentence. No, free of guilt. And anywhere where anyone has put guilt on you or used guilt in the past, or anywhere you believed you're not enough or never will be enough or blah, 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 or coulda, woulda, shoulda done something different, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? Just return to sender. It's or anywhere where you said something to really upset a person. You're really powerful, Tiffany, but you don't have that power. You don't have the power to upset another person. Only that person has the power to upset themselves. Okay? So it doesn't, this is a returning the guilt and anyone that you've come across along those lines. Okay. All right, my dear Lindsay, here we go. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, free at last. Understanding. You're getting more ahas. This week, next week, you're getting more ahas, ahas, ahas. And you don't have to sit and go, okay, universe, give me an aha, give me an aha, give me an aha. That's not how ahas work. It's while you're doing the dishes. It's while you're putting the kids to bed. It's while you're driving. It's while you're painting. It's while you're at work. And you get, it's like you leave the back door of your brain open for the ahas to come in. If that makes sense. You don't have to tend to always watching the front door. It's going about your daily routine, and these insights, these downloads, these inspirations come in.
Since things are just coming to where these now.
What's that?
Lindsay says openness has happened. Things are just coming to where these now.
Yeah, they really are. Like, they really are. But wait, there's more. Oh, Lindsay. Oh. It's going to get gooder and gooder. It's just going to get gooder and gooder. Yeah.
Gooder.
Gooder, yeah. Yes, okay. All right. You're definitely more open for more. You're definitely open for inspiration, and I don't know how familiar you are with angels, but there's a favorite angel around you. Raphael, and Raphael's been he's been instrumental in helping your brother. And he's around you to breathe more healing, big time healing, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, as you are a healer. Okay. All right. Ashley Sazowski. All right, Ashley, here we go. So, um, so the last scene in the one with Julia Roberts, Richard Gere, Pretty Woman. He climbs up the fire escape and he says, "I'm here to rescue you." And she says to him, "I'm here to rescue you right back." Anywhere where you have bought into the fairy tale, or anywhere where you bought into you needing rescuing, or Snow White singing "Someday my prince will come." Anywhere where you bought into that, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that fable and get up and rescue you? You're smart, you're funny, you got it together, you're extremely creative. This is just taking charge. And anywhere where you were taught the Cinderella story or the whatever. Just decide to go to the ball whether you have a date or not. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's letting go of that energy that okay, I'm going into, there's some kind of religious thing here. Anywhere where you've bought into that it's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. That's anywhere where you've been taught that. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that? It's a belief system that does not fit you anymore. Oh, okay, that's, I know you feel that. I absolutely know you feel that. All right, my dear Jeff. Okay, you got 2 cards, Jeff. Fell out. So, when I first saw this card, I thought it said "going with the fro." So, I was raised in the 70s, and the afro, the hairdo, the afro, it was a sign of rebellion, or at least this is how I'm interpreting it with you. It's like, yeah, be a little rebellious. Go against the establishment. But this is going with your flow, not with the flow or the thinking of society or religion or another person or family. This is absolutely confirmation of you on the right path and being directed. And then then you've got the laziness card. So we've talked about this before. Your ability, any judgment on laziness, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate? Or anywhere where you've been told you were lazy, or again, you have the ability, and Einstein said it, imagination is more important than knowledge. In this downtime, anywhere where anyone here on the show has any judgment on being lazy or being called lazy or thinking that they're lazy, can you just get rid of that? The body needs rest. You need time to create. You need some downtime. Take that, and you're going to be getting, like Lindsay, you're going to be getting downloads. It's how you become more and more creative. Laura, okay, happy Sunday. All right, so Laura, you got 2 cards as well. They fell out. So let me just reiterate. The cards, you choose the cards. I know this sounds very strange, maybe to some of you, but we're all connected, and absolutely the right cards fall out, or the right card or the right reading falls out at the right time at the right place. So, Laura, so you got trust card, and then the patience card. So if you were a nurse, or taking care of a child that's not feeling well, you know you have no problem knowing that that child or that person is going to take some time to heal. If you've ever built a house, it's going to take time. You're not going to buy the land and come the next day expecting the house to be up and built. It's a process. So this is trusting the process. In any way, shape, or form, are you willing to let go of trying to push the process or make it happen faster, or wanting it to happen faster for someone else? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So I've had this experience, Laura, where people come up to me and they go, "Ooh, you're psychic. Tell me about myself." I'm like, I got nothing. Does that mean I'm not psychic? I just don't have anything for them. So I just trusted they're not ready to hear it, or if they did hear it, they couldn't process it. So don't be free of giving up, especially when it comes to like younger souls. Like I'm getting like children or younger people. You never know when your kindness is what's so important. You never know what you're going to say or when you're going to say it that really is going to impact them, or what they will carry with them the rest of their lives. So I hope that helps. Okay, my dear Abby and Marilyn. I know it's late on the East Coast, but here we go. Okay. So Abby, beyond illusion. Are you willing to let go of saying, oh, you know what, that's just my imagination? The universe is made up of imagination. It's how everything was created. It's all imagination. This is beyond illusion, but it's beyond the illusion that it's your imagination. It's beyond the illusion that what you're experiencing is an illusion. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yeah.
I hope that Abby makes sense to you. So when I'm doing these shows, a lot of these things I'm saying absolutely make no sense to me. You know, I was doing a reading for a woman last night, and it was over the phone, and I said, you know, really be aware of contracting your energy as opposed to always be mindful of expanding, expanse. In fact, I told her, I said, I would go out and replace all of your clothes with spandex. And she starts laughing hysterically. And I go, why are you laughing? She goes, I'm wearing a spandex dress. So my point of telling you that, Abby, is as bizarre as it sounds, just let it flow. Just let it flow. You are who you are when you flow. Like Ken and I talked about that. Like, you are who you are when you flow. It's your third eye operating optimally. Okay, Marilyn. Stay cool. Stay cool, Marilyn. Stay cool. I don't know why I'm doing that, Marilyn. So I release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all bullying. I release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all bullying from others. Release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all bullying. But in really, it's unkindnesses that you've experienced, unkind remarks. Like, you know that show Dallas on TV years ago in Dynasty, and like Joan Collins played this. She was just this really undermined. She would just say undermining, just really cruel, insidious. She played the role really well. But this is like clearing away that energy around any of those spells. And the reason I call them spells is they were words cast upon you that are not yours, and it's removing them. So you've seen pictures of a dog, that came across a porcupine, or you've been here in Arizona and you've probably seen pictures of people that brushed up against one of those jumping cactuses, the cholla. It's like clearing your field. And however you go into a meditation, Marilyn, and you can clear them. You can just, and again, it's using your imagination, because it's not just your imagination. It is your psychic power. It is your clairsentience. It is your knowingness. So go in and however you want to picture clearing your field around any of that bullying or harsh remarks. And you don't have to remember what they are. You're not going to necessarily remember the words, but it's kind of the energy around them. So if you see, and I don't know how you're going to see this, but you can close your eyes. Some people see them as little dark clouds or spots or whatever. You remove them from your field, and it actually works. It absolutely works. Okay, we got Ashley and Teresa and Heather. Okay, good. Ashley, Teresa, Heather, Kat, Jared, we're getting to you, and John. There's nothing on this card, in case you're rubbing your eyes, Ashley. It is just a blank card. It's black, but it's called No Thingness. So sometimes when people have set themselves up, or sometimes when people have been disappointed in the past, then they have something good coming their way and they're kind of expecting good. But from what they experienced in the past of things not working out, the brain received that as something really traumatic or sad. What the brain can do is, you're expecting something good again, the brain can create self-sabotage. And, well, I'm going to, you know what, this thing is coming, but you know what, it probably isn't going to come, and I'm just going to back away because I don't want to be disappointed again. But you're already setting yourself up for disappointment. This is being into the no thingness. This is moving into knowing that it's all going to work out. but in an absolute way that you never expected. So are you willing to let go of how it's going to work out? And just simply allow it to work out. Without being attached to how it's going to work out. And that it's okay to be in the dark about some things. Because it teaches us to be patient and just kind of sit in the dark and go, you know it's going to be light. You know that there's day coming. But it's okay to be in the dark about some things for a while. It's like your birthday. You know your birthday's coming up, and you know you're probably going to get presents, but if you set your hopes on a Lamborghini, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So anywhere where in the past you've set yourself up for disappointment, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that right now? Because you've got some amazing things. Oh, and what was that show? It's called The Price is Right. I think your mom and I remember this show, The Price is Right. And you had 3 doors. One of the games was you had 3 doors to pick from. And everybody's like, oh my God, pick the right door, pick the right door. You know, pick the big prize, pick the big prize. You know, and they I don't know, they pick a pair of bedroom slippers rather than the new car. And we would go, oh. Well, it's the fear, it's that fear of making the wrong choice. So just sit with it. And know you'll make the right choice. Just know it. Okay. All right, my dear Heather, thanks for being here. What's that?
Yeah, Teresa.
Huh? Oh, Teresa. Okay. Okay. Here we go, Teresa. Intensity. Your anywhere you were not, Teresa, you're here. You're not here to blend in. You are here to stand out. So all you have to do is think about it as this way. You're out of gas, and all of a sudden these 10 people show up to push you down the road to the gas station. All you have to do is steer. This is major spirit, angels, guides, people that have crossed over. All you've got to do is steer. They you say where and you say how, and you've got the force pushing you to create it and do it. This is absolutely fully using all the gas at 180 miles an hour. This is flooring it, going full bore with this, full on. Because you've got way too much support to not do it. You've got this momentum building and building and building. So that's really powerful. Okay, we've got Heather now?
Yes.
Okay. Heather. Great. And could we get a list up real quick? Thank you.
Yeah. There's a new person on, Lauren Avery.
Oh, Lauren Avery. Okay, welcome, Lauren. Okay, Heather. So I'll say the same thing to you as I did to Snow White. I'm really sorry that witch of a woman poisoned you with an apple. This is you again. We'll talk a little bit about your energy field, and like when you think about Snow White and the Wicked Witch and the apple, it was like a poisoning. You're a very bold, you're a very bright spirit. I don't know whether you attract dwarves or not, but you have this ability, to attract these, what are they're called, like elves and fairies, and because they're showing me, the bluebirds that came to Snow White, and then it's about clearing your field from any past witches. And I'm just talking about woman, and any residual energy from that woman. So you're doing really well with that. You're doing really well with clearing away that energy around this. But the elementals, that's what I want to say. It's like you have a relationship with the elementals, which are like the fairies, the little people. Put them to work for you. Tell them what you need. It's literally the little people. That's why I was getting dwarves, but it wasn't dwarves. It was like, that old Disney movie, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Yeah, there's something powerful with there. All right, my dear Kat, Jared, John, and Lauren. Lauren's new to the show. Welcome. Kat. This is the source card, Kat. A woman is absolutely as connected to source as any man. If you want to call source God. And are you willing to let go and release any roles? So, for instance, Kat, it's not a Thanksgiving dinner unless you have turkey. It's not. Do you understand? That's it's like an arbitrary rule. Anywhere where you've been taught that women are or should be subservient in any way, shape, or form to men, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that lineage, starting with you? What's interesting about when you do work on yourself, it actually changes the timeline for everything. It changes energetically, past, present, of course, and future. It changes everything. So things are they're building explosively. Like, okay, you just celebrated 4th of July, right? It's like lighting a fuse and then standing back. She's gonna blow. It's this just, you've lit the fuse. Things are going to absolutely open up. Like fireworks. In a good way. In a good way. Okay. All right, Jared. And anywhere, Jared, I'm going to talk to you about these. Again, to go back to the turkey, you really should never have ham at Thanksgiving. It's okay to have ham at Christmas, but turkey, you've got to have, at Thanksgiving, you've got to have turkey, you've got to have the stuffing. So anywhere where a man, to prove he's a man, has to take on all the burdens and the responsibilities, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and create that? Anywhere where the belief is that it has to be hard for a man to prove himself, I'm always and forever free of the need to prove myself. I'm always and forever free of the need to prove myself. This is all has to do with proving. It's the burden of the need to prove yourself. As anything. I'm always and forever free of the need to prove myself. Wow. That was good. That was a good one, Jared. Okay, my dear John. So, anywhere where you think you should be doing something and not doing anything, but that's causing stress, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that? This is so cool. Like, I was telling Kenan today, I was raised up north, and so in the wintertime, like the road, you couldn't drive. The roads were all blocked. For any of you, living in the snow areas, you couldn't drive, you couldn't go anywhere, so you just stuck and stayed home. And we worked at entertaining ourselves. This is and you don't think about not doing anything as causing stress, but this is like getting out and doing something, because not doing anything is causing stress. I don't know if that makes sense. Or your judgment, it's your judgment on not doing anything or not having anything to do. So it's you're going to be revamping around what it is you should and could be doing. Okay. All right, Lauren, nice to have you. Welcome to the show.
She was guided here.
Well, good. I'm glad you're here, Lauren. So this is called the Thunderbolt. So this is... Golf is a fantastic game. Golf is a really fun game. But you don't necessarily play golf during a thunderstorm. Probably not a good idea. So this is your angels, your guides are telling you to stop putting yourself out on the golf course during thunderstorms. In other words, so the Charlie Brown cartoon with the little character named Pigpen, and there was like a cloud always over Pigpen. Are you willing to let go of spending most of your money on sanitary wipes to try to clean the cloud off of people? Because some people like those clouds. Because those clouds are not just dirt, those are thunder clouds, and those people will strike out at you. And you're like, well, all I was doing is trying to help them. All I was doing was I was just going to go play a game of golf. Not a good idea during a thunderstorm, Lauren. Nope. So save your money on wet wipes. Save your time and energy on trying to clean people up that actually don't want to be cleaned up. And your life is going to get so much clearer. Blue skies. Blue skies, blue skies for you, Lauren. Okay, we got everybody. We're going to do this again tomorrow night. Great blessings to you. Love you all. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, message me. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.